There's one big topic that gets thrown around all the time in the classes and after the WODs, and that's that infamous thing of, did I RX the workout or did I scale the workout? And for the most part, the feedback we get is after a workout, someone scaled it, they seem to be a little defeated at times, and that's something that shouldn't settle in with anybody. Scaling workouts is necessary to progress forward all the time. When we prescribe the workouts, when I write programming, I'm thinking based on the levels of lifts, the speed of Metcons completed, the WOD, like the high intensity portion, the speed of those completed by some of the fastest athletes over the past couple of weeks is how I set up workouts for the next few weeks. So if I start changing loads and I'm going heavier certain weeks, I'm basing those weight lifts off of the performances from the previous weeks. We program for the strongest athletes that are participating in the classes. And then everything else is scalable back. But at some point, you've got to bring yourself down to a trainable level to build yourself up. Now, one thing to keep in mind is on all your classes, rarely should you ever hit a red line. The only time I'd really say it's okay to redline a workout, meaning you've maxed out your heart rate, you're at that point when you don't have control, you want to puke, when you're done with your workout, you feel like you want to pass out, you've redlined. And if you ever redlined during a workout, you exceeded almost exceeded your work capacity, or you've maxed it out at least. And really, from day to day, if you're training 4 or 5 days a week, you want to stay 70, 75, 80%. If you push 100% every single day, we want 100% effort every day, but I don't want you to push 100% of your physical max capacity every day. If you do that, it's a law of diminishing returns after that. Eventually you're going to get sore every single day. You're not going to recover. Your lifts will perform less. You'll start losing strength. And we call that overtraining or overreaching. And basically, you're beating your body down so hard, you're never get a chance to recover. So if you're feeling yourself like your shoulders are tired, your legs are smoked, maybe we had a leg intensive week, or like a couple weeks, last week we had a shoulder intensive week. And if that's the case and you feel like you're smoked, rest is a part of working out. Now there's 3 key elements that you need to keep in mind when you decide if you're going to scale or not. And that's technique, consistency, then your intensity. So do I have the technique? Can I do bar muscle-ups? Can I do a pull-up? Can I do push-ups? Can I do handstand push-ups? Basically, if you don't have the technique there, then you need to work on that first. If you have the technique and you can consistently perform it, then you can go to your higher intensity workouts using that technique. But if you just got a bar muscle-up, and there's a bar muscle-up and a WOD, the point of WODs or Metcons is to push that higher intensity level. So you want to scale yourself to a level that you can maintain intensity. Now, if we're doing an EMOM or we're doing skill work, you want to keep that intensity, pulled back a little bit so you can increase the workload on your technique. When you go from that technique to consistency, if you skip that technique consistency step and you go straight to intensity, you've just sealed your own fate. You're writing your own book at that point, and you just increased your risk for more injury. So don't skip the technique consistency part and jump to intensity just because you feel like that's how you're gonna get better. It's not. You want to work on that technique, work that consistency, then apply the intensity there. And if you have to scale that technique back a little bit because you don't have the technique or consistency there, then pull that back so you can work the intense portion of that workout. Keep that all in a frame of mind. Listen to the coaches. If they see something kind of looking a little iffy on you, they're going to pull you back. Don't be offended. It's not to hold you back. It's to make you better tomorrow. So, training tips 101, technique, consistency, and then intensity. Scaling versus RX. RX only means I did it as the board says. If I scale it, it means I got to write some more notes so I know how I did that workout, and I know what I've got to work on and where my weaknesses and strengths are. That's purely it. That's what I look at when I look at the whiteboard and the leaderboard at the end of the day to kind of see how the next couple of weeks are going to look in the workouts. It's just data we're throwing out there. Other than that, don't kill yourself in the workouts. Keep having fun. Don't worry about your placement on a leaderboard. Worry about where you were 6 months ago and where you are now, and then what you're going to be doing in the next 6 months. So have a good weekend, guys, and take that with you.